I know the most efficient therapy for sleep, these three vitamins. Not until I started taking these three vitamins did I realize this. If I had known, I wouldn't have been taking sleeping pills or visiting the doctor to help me with my insomnia issues. Now I sleep for up to 8 hours or more uninterrupted. If you are a senior citizen and you want to sleep 8 hours uninterrupted, start taking these three vitamins before bedtime and you'd fall asleep in under 1 minute and have deep, uninterrupted sleep so you can wake up fully rested and relaxed. Without further delay, let us begin. Number 1, magnesium. Magnesium is one of the most powerful and most overlooked minerals when it comes to sleep. Your body depends on magnesium for over 300 biochemical reactions, and sleep regulation is one of the most critical among them. In fact, research consistently shows that a large percentage of older adults are deficient in magnesium. And that deficiency alone could be the reason so many seniors struggle to fall asleep, stay asleep, or wake up feeling rested. One of the most important things magnesium does for sleep is calm the brain. When your brain is calm, falling asleep becomes natural and effortless. Without enough magnesium, the brain stays in a high state of alert, making it nearly impossible to sleep at night. Magnesium also plays a direct role in the production of melatonin, the hormone your body uses to signal that it is time to sleep. Without adequate magnesium, your body cannot efficiently produce melatonin. This leads to difficulty falling asleep at consistent times and waking up at odd hours throughout the night. Magnesium also helps keep your sleep cycle consistent, so your body knows exactly when to prepare for sleep and when to wake up refreshed. Another reason magnesium is so powerful for sleep is its ability to lower cortisol. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. In small amounts, it helps you stay alert and energized during the day. However, in seniors, cortisol levels can remain abnormally high in the evening, which directly disrupts sleep. High evening cortisol keeps the brain wired, raises the heart rate, and prevents the body from entering the deep restorative stages of sleep. Magnesium works to suppress excess cortisol production, bringing the body into a calm, sleep-ready state. It is important to note that not all magnesium supplements are equal. The best type of magnesium for sleep is magnesium glycinate. It is highly absorbable and gentle on the stomach, and the glycine component has its own calming, sleep-enhancing properties. Another excellent option is magnesium L-threonate, which crosses the blood-brain barrier and directly supports brain relaxation. Avoid magnesium oxide and magnesium citrate for sleep purposes. These forms are primarily used for digestive health and can cause loose stools, which will disturb your sleep rather than improve it. You can also boost your magnesium levels through food. Here are 4 simple recipes to try. Warm pumpkin seed and banana smoothie. Blend 1 ripe banana, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seed butter, 1 cup of warm almond milk, and a pinch of cinnamon until smooth. Drink 30 minutes before bed. Spinach and avocado salad. Toss 2 cups of fresh spinach with half a sliced avocado, a handful of almonds, olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of sea salt. Serve as a light evening meal. Dark chocolate and almond oat bites. Mix 1 cup of rolled oats, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, 1 tablespoon of dark cocoa powder, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Roll into small balls and refrigerate for 1 hour before eating. Black bean and brown rice bowl. Cook 1 cup of brown rice and mix with half a cup of black beans, diced tomatoes, a squeeze of lime, and fresh cilantro. Season with sea salt and serve warm. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation significantly improved sleep quality, sleep duration, and early morning awakening in elderly adults. Participants who took magnesium fell asleep faster, slept longer, and reported feeling more refreshed upon waking, confirming that magnesium is not just helpful for sleep, it is essential. Number 2, vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. If you have ever gone to bed exhausted but still could not fall asleep or woken up in the middle of the night with a restless, anxious mind, vitamin B6 and vitamin B12 may be exactly what your body is missing. These 2 vitamins work together in your brain and nervous system to create the conditions your body needs for deep, consistent, restorative sleep. Vitamin B6 is heavily involved in making the brain chemicals that control sleep. One of its most important jobs is helping your body produce serotonin. Serotonin regulates your mood, your sense of calm, and your readiness for sleep. Serotonin does not just make you feel happy. It is directly linked to melatonin, meaning your body cannot make melatonin without first making serotonin. When serotonin levels are healthy, your brain smoothly transitions from wakefulness into sleep at the right time each night. When serotonin is low, that transition becomes difficult, broken, and frustrating. For seniors, a deficiency in vitamin B6 is more common than most people realize, and the consequences for sleep are significant. Low B6 means the brain struggles to produce adequate serotonin, which leads to poor sleep onset, frequent nighttime waking, and a general feeling of being unrested no matter how many hours are spent in bed. Many seniors unknowingly attribute these symptoms to aging, when in reality their body is simply running low on this critical vitamin. Vitamin B6 also plays a powerful role in reducing anxiety. It helps regulate the nervous system. When anxiety is left unaddressed in seniors, it becomes one of the most common and disruptive causes of poor sleep. An anxious mind at bedtime triggers the same stress response as physical danger, keeping the body alert, the heart rate elevated, and deep sleep completely out of reach. By supporting serotonin production, vitamin B6 gently quiets that anxiety so the body can finally let go and rest. Another fascinating benefit of vitamin B6 is its ability to improve dream recall. Dream recall refers to your ability to remember your dreams after waking. This matters for sleep because vivid, memorable dreams are a sign that your brain is reaching and spending adequate time in REM sleep. REM sleep is the deepest and the most mentally restorative stage of the sleep cycle. Poor dream recall often indicates that REM sleep is being cut short or skipped entirely, leaving you mentally drained even after a full night in bed. Vitamin B6 enhances REM activity and helps your brain cycle through sleep stages properly. Vitamin B12 also addresses a different but equally important side of sleep health. B12 helps reduce tiredness and fatigue by supporting the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout the body and brain. When B12 is low, seniors often experience persistent exhaustion, low energy, and the kind of heavy, foggy mental state known as brain fog. Brain fog makes it difficult to think clearly, stay focused, and feel mentally refreshed. Even after sleeping, B12 restores mental clarity, regulates your body's internal clock, and ensures your nervous system functions at the level needed for consistent quality sleep. Here are 4 recipes rich in both vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. Baked salmon with steamed broccoli. Season 1 salmon fillet with garlic, lemon juice, olive oil, and black pepper. Bake at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. Serve alongside steamed broccoli with a pinch of sea salt. Salmon is one of the richest sources of both B6 and B12 available. Chicken and sweet potato stir fry. Slice 1 chicken breast into strips and stir fry in olive oil with diced sweet potato, red bell pepper, and spinach. Season with turmeric, garlic, and a splash of low-sodium soy sauce. Cook until the chicken is fully done and the vegetables are tender. Egg and spinach scramble. Whisk 2 eggs and scramble them in a non-stick pan with a handful of fresh spinach, diced onions, and a pinch black pepper. Serve warm with a slice of whole grain toast. Eggs are an excellent natural source of both B6 and B12. Tuna and avocado rice bowl. Mix 1 can of tuna in water with half a diced avocado, cherry tomatoes, cucumber slices, and cooked brown rice. Drizzle with olive oil and lemon juice. Season with sea salt and serve chilled or at room temperature. A study published in the Annals of the New York Academy of Sciences found that vitamin B6 supplementation significantly increased REM sleep activity and improved dream vividness in participants, confirming its direct role in deep sleep regulation. Additional research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that low vitamin B12 levels were strongly associated with sleep disorders, disrupted circadian rhythms, and increased fatigue in older adults, and that restoring B12 levels led to measurable improvements in sleep quality and daytime alertness. Number 3, iron. The third vitamin on our list is iron. And if you are a senior who tosses and turns at night, wakes up frequently, or feels exhausted even after a full night of sleep, low iron could be the hidden reason behind all of it. Iron is not just important for your blood. It plays a direct and powerful role in how well you sleep, how deeply you rest, and how refreshed you feel when you open your eyes in the morning. One of iron's most essential jobs in the body is oxygen transportation. Iron is the core component of hemoglobin, the protein inside red blood cells that carries oxygen from your lungs to every organ, tissue, and cell in your body, including your brain. When your brain receives a consistent, adequate supply of oxygen throughout the night, it can move through the stages of sleep smoothly, stay in deep sleep longer, and complete the full restorative process your body needs. When iron is low, oxygen delivery becomes inefficient. The brain becomes starved of the fuel it needs to regulate sleep, and the result is fragmented, shallow, and unsatisfying rest. Iron also plays a critical role in the production of dopamine, one of the brain's most important chemical messengers. Most people associate dopamine with pleasure and motivation, but dopamine does far more than that. It controls movement, maintains nervous system balance, and plays a direct role in regulating the body's transition into rest and sleep. When dopamine levels are healthy, the nervous system remains calm and coordinated at night, allowing the body to settle into stillness and drift into deep sleep naturally. When iron is low, dopamine production drops, and the nervous system loses that calm balance. The result is a body that feels restless, uncomfortable, and impossible to settle, no matter how tired you are. This connection between low iron, low dopamine, and an unsettled nervous system leads directly to one of the most common and distressing sleep conditions in seniors, restless leg syndrome, also known as RLS. Restless leg syndrome is a neurological condition characterized by an overwhelming and uncontrollable urge to move the legs while lying down or resting. Seniors with RLS describe uncomfortable tingling sensations, crawling feelings beneath the skin, aching, and a persistent inability to keep the legs still. These sensations intensify at night, making it virtually impossible to fall asleep or stay in bed. Research has directly linked low iron levels to restless leg syndrome, and studies show that restoring iron levels significantly reduces the severity of these symptoms, allowing seniors to finally lie still, relax, and sleep through the night without interruption. Beyond restless leg syndrome, correcting low iron levels improves sleep in several other important ways. Seniors with iron deficiency frequently experience broken sleep, waking multiple times throughout the night for no clear reason. They also experience fatigue that persists even after sleeping, leaving them feeling drained, heavy, and unrefreshed every single morning. A good iron supplement taken consistently and at the right dosage addresses both of these problems by restoring oxygen flow to the brain, stabilizing dopamine activity, and allowing the nervous system to maintain the deep, uninterrupted sleep cycles your body so desperately needs. Here are 4 iron-rich recipes you can begin adding to your diet today. Lentil and spinach soup. In a large pot, saute diced onions and garlic and olive oil until soft. Add 1 cup of red lentils, 2 cups of fresh spinach, diced tomatoes, vegetable broth, cumin, and turmeric. Simmer for 25 minutes until the lentils are fully cooked and tender. Season with sea salt and black pepper and serve warm. Both lentils and spinach are outstanding sources of plant-based iron. Beef and vegetable stew. Cut lean beef into small chunks and brown in a pot with olive oil. Add diced carrots, potatoes, celery, onions, and beef broth. Season with garlic, thyme, and black pepper. Cover and simmer on low heat for 45 minutes until the beef is tender and the vegetables are soft. Beef is one of the most bioavailable sources of iron available and is particularly beneficial for seniors with low iron levels. Chickpea and kale stir fry. Heat olive oil in a pan and saute diced onions and garlic until golden. Add 1 can of drained chickpeas and 2 cups of chopped kale. Season with smoked paprika, cumin, lemon juice, and sea salt. Stir fry for 10 minutes until the kale is wilted and the chickpeas are lightly crisped. Serve warm over brown rice or quinoa. Pumpkin seed and dark chocolate energy balls. Mix 1 cup of rolled oats, 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, 2 tablespoons of dark cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and 1 tablespoon of honey. Roll the mixture into small balls and refrigerate for 1 hour. Pumpkin seeds are exceptionally rich in iron and make a perfect bedtime snack that supports sleep without heaviness. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that iron deficiency was significantly associated with restless leg syndrome, frequent nighttime waking, and reduced sleep efficiency in older adults. The study confirmed that iron supplementation led to measurable improvements in sleep duration, a reduction in nighttime awakenings, and a significant decrease in the uncomfortable sensations associated with restless leg syndrome, giving seniors the deep, uninterrupted sleep their bodies need to heal, restore, and thrive. Now, before you rush out to stock up on magnesium, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and iron, I need you to pause and pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Because here's the truth that most sleep videos will never tell you. If your body is currently dealing with certain underlying conditions, none of these solutions will work the way they should. These vitamins are powerful, but they cannot do their job properly if something else in your body is blocking them. So before anything else, you need to identify whether any of these conditions apply to you and fix them first. Number 1, nocturia. The first condition you need to address is nocturia. Nocturia is the medical term for waking up 2 or more times during the night, specifically to urinate. It is one of the most common and most disruptive sleep problems among seniors, and it is also one of the most overlooked. Many older adults simply accept it as a normal part of aging, but it is not normal and it does not have to be your reality. Nocturia fragments your sleep so severely that even if you fall back asleep after each bathroom trip, your body never gets the chance to complete a full, deep restorative sleep cycle. The result is chronic exhaustion, mental fog, and a body that never truly heals overnight. Nocturia happens for several reasons. As the body ages, the kidneys lose some of their ability to concentrate urine efficiently, meaning the body produces more urine at night than it should. The bladder also loses some of its capacity and elasticity with age, making it less able to hold urine for extended periods. In addition, conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and swollen legs can all cause excess fluid to accumulate in the body during the day and then get released by the kidneys at night. Once you lie down, certain medications, particularly diuretics prescribed for blood pressure, also contribute significantly to nighttime urination in seniors. How to fix it? Through diet. Your diet plays a direct role in how frequently you wake up at night to urinate. Here are 3 dietary changes to make immediately. Reduce fluid intake after 6 p.m. Drink the majority of your daily water before early evening. Prepare a warm cup of chamomile or valerian root tea as your last drink of the night, as both support bladder calm and promote sleep without overloading the kidneys. Eat magnesium-rich foods at dinner. Foods such as pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, and brown rice help relax the bladder muscles and reduce nighttime urgency. Include at least one of these in your evening meal consistently. Reduce sodium and sugar at night. High sodium intake causes the body to retain and then rapidly release fluids, worsening nocturia. Avoid processed foods, salty snacks, and sugary drinks in the hours before bed. How to fix it? Through exercise. Leg elevation exercise. Lie flat on your back and raise both legs against a wall for 10 to 15 minutes in the early evening. This helps drain fluid that has pulled in the legs during the day, reducing the volume of fluid the kidneys need to process at night. Pelvic floor exercises, also known as Kegel exercises. These strengthen the muscles that control the bladder. Contract the pelvic floor muscles. Hold for 5 seconds and release. Repeat 10 times twice daily to improve bladder control and reduce urgency over time. Evening walking. A gentle 20-minute walk after dinner improves circulation, helps the body process excess fluid before bedtime, and reduces the overnight fluid load on the kidneys. Make this a non-negotiable part of your evening routine. How to fix it? Through habit. Timed voiding. Train your bladder by urinating at scheduled intervals during the day rather than going whenever the urge strikes. This gradually increases bladder capacity and reduces the urgency and frequency that carry over into the night. Elevate your legs in the afternoon. Spend 30 minutes with your feet raised above heart level during the afternoon. This simple habit prevents fluid from settling in the lower limbs and dramatically reduces nighttime urine production. Limit alcohol and caffeine entirely afternoon. Both alcohol and caffeine are powerful diuretics that irritate the bladder lining and increase urine production for hours after consumption. Cutting them off at midday gives your body enough time to process them fully before sleep. The second condition that will completely block the benefits of any sleep vitamin is chronic pain. And the most common source of chronic pain in seniors is osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis is a degenerative joint disease that occurs when the protective cartilage cushioning the ends of your bones gradually wears down over time. Without that cushion, bones begin to rub directly against each other, causing persistent pain, stiffness, swelling, and reduced range of motion, particularly in the knees, hips, hands, and spine. At night, this pain intensifies. The absence of daytime distractions makes every ache impossible to ignore, and the inability to find a comfortable position keeps the body in a constant state of tension and wakefulness, making deep sleep completely unreachable. Osteoarthritis develops due to a combination of aging, excess body weight, previous joint injuries, and chronic inflammation. As estrogen levels decline in older women, joint protection decreases significantly, making women particularly vulnerable. Years of repetitive movement, poor posture, and nutritional deficiencies in vitamins D, C, and K also accelerate cartilage breakdown, leaving the joints increasingly exposed and painful. How to fix it? Through food. Turmeric and ginger bone broth soup. Simmer beef or chicken bones for several hours with fresh ginger, turmeric, garlic, and vegetables. Drink 1 warm cup each evening. Both turmeric and ginger are clinically recognized anti-inflammatory agents that reduce joint swelling and nighttime pain significantly. Fatty fish twice weekly. Prepare baked or grilled salmon, mackerel, or sardines twice a week. The omega-3 fatty acids in these fish actively reduce inflammatory markers in the joints, easing the pain that disrupts sleep. Berry and flaxseed smoothie. Blend 1 cup of mixed berries, 1 teaspoon of ground flaxseed, and 1 cup of almond milk. Berries are rich in antioxidants that fight joint inflammation, while flaxseed provides additional omega-3 support. How to fix it through exercise. Seated leg raises. Sit upright in a sturdy chair. Straighten one leg. Hold for 5 seconds and lower slowly. Repeat 10 times on each side. This strengthens the muscles surrounding the knee joint without placing direct pressure on the cartilage. Warm water walking. If accessible, walking in a warm pool for 20 minutes reduces joint load by up to 80% while simultaneously improving circulation, reducing stiffness, and releasing endorphins that naturally manage pain. Gentle morning stretching. Spend 10 minutes each morning stretching the hips, knees, and lower back before getting out of bed. This loosens stiff joints, improves fluid distribution within the joint capsule, and significantly reduces the pain levels carried into the rest of the day and into the night. How to fix it? Through habit. Apply warm compress before bed. Place a warm heating pad or warm towel on painful joints for 15 minutes before sleeping. Heat increases blood flow, relaxes surrounding muscles, and reduces the intensity of nighttime joint pain, enough to allow the body to settle into sleep. Maintain a healthy body weight whenever possible. Every single extra pound of body weight places nearly 4 additional pounds of pressure on the knee joints during walking, climbing stairs, and even standing. Over time, this constant strain accelerates joint wear, increases inflammation, and makes nighttime discomfort significantly worse. The good news is that even a modest reduction in excess weight can create immediate and measurable relief. Losing just a small amount of weight often reduces joint pain, decreases stiffness, improves mobility, and allows the body to rest far more comfortably during sleep. Many seniors notice that their knees, hips, and lower back feel less painful at night after even minor weight loss because the joints are finally under less pressure for the first time in years. Sleep positioning also plays a major role in reducing overnight discomfort and improving sleep quality. Small adjustments in how the body is supported during sleep can dramatically reduce stress placed on the joints. If you sleep on your side, placing a soft pillow between your knees helps align the hips and spine properly while reducing pressure between the knee joints. If you sleep on your back, placing a pillow beneath your knees slightly elevates the legs and reduces strain on the lower back and hips. These very simple changes can make a tremendous difference. They reduce tossing and turning, decrease overnight pain, help the muscles relax more fully, and allow the body to remain still, calm, and comfortable throughout the night. Number 3, reduce daytime activity and insufficient sunlight exposure. The third condition silently damaging sleep in many seniors is something very few people discuss seriously, and that is a combination of low physical activity during the day together with inadequate exposure to natural sunlight. These two problems often work together to completely disrupt the body's natural sleep system. They interfere with hormone balance, weaken the body's internal clock, and prevent the buildup of the biological pressure needed for deep, restorative sleep. No amount of magnesium, iron, melatonin, or B vitamins can fully compensate for a body that has remained inactive all day and has not received enough exposure to daylight. Your body naturally builds what scientists call sleep pressure throughout the day. Sleep pressure is essentially the body's growing biological drive for rest that increases the longer you stay awake, physically active, mentally engaged, and exposed to normal daytime conditions. The more you move your body, use your muscles, stay mentally involved, and expend energy during the day, the stronger this sleep pressure becomes by nighttime. As a result, you fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and remain asleep longer once you finally lie down in bed. However, many seniors spend most of the day sitting indoors, watching television, lying down frequently, or remaining only minimally active. While occasional rest is important, excessive inactivity prevents the body from building enough healthy sleep pressure. When the body has not used meaningful energy throughout the day, the brain does not receive a strong signal that deep recovery and rest are necessary. The result is often hours spent lying awake in bed, extremely light sleep, repeated nighttime awakenings, and waking up feeling exhausted despite spending many hours in bed. Sunlight exposure is equally important. Natural light is not only beneficial for mood or vitamin D production, it is actually the most powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal 24-hour sleep and wake cycle. When sunlight enters your eyes during the morning and daytime hours, it sends a direct message to the brain telling it to suppress melatonin production and remain alert, energized, and awake. Then, as evening approaches and darkness naturally increases, the brain responds by releasing melatonin at the correct time to prepare the body for restful sleep. But this entire system depends on receiving enough natural light during the day. Seniors who spend most of their time indoors often receive far too little sunlight exposure, especially during the morning hours when circadian signals are strongest. Without adequate daylight, the brain becomes confused about whether it is truly daytime or nighttime. The circadian rhythm gradually weakens and becomes irregular. Melatonin may be released too late, in amounts that are too small, or at inconsistent times. As a result, sleep becomes delayed, shallow, fragmented, and far less restorative than the body truly needs. Even gentle daily movement combined with regular sunlight exposure can dramatically improve sleep quality. Simple activities such as short walks outdoors, light gardening, stretching, standing more frequently, or spending time outside in the morning sun can help rebuild healthy sleep pressure and restore the body's natural rhythm over time. These small habits may appear simple, but they can profoundly improve nighttime rest, energy levels, mental clarity, and overall health in seniors.